when it came time, when we decided that we wanted to build a house of our own and we're looking around, as I mentioned to you, we were looking for a couple of years before we found this house. We'd seen what Lex had done, and so we didn't put the job out to Lex and whoever else might have been around. So we were satisfied with what he'd done. We got along very well with him, and he wasn't the type of a person who said, it's kind of my way or the highway, I'm the designer, I do this, you listen and say yes. He seemed to be very willing to understand what we were after, and he'd ask Kathy and I just what did we want to do, how did we want to live in that room. And so it was really a mutual effort. He was very, very open to listening to us and making suggestions that we hadn't thought of that we were very pleased with, as opposed to, not from my own experience, but speaking to other people who'd had a house built, they had very much a difficult time dealing with an architect or a designer who wanted to do it his or her way. What surprised us and quite pleased us was the fact that while we had a very rough concept of what we wanted to have, materials were not our strong suit. And so what we were adamant about, though, is we wanted the interior to match the exterior, and not match in terms of being identical, but we wanted the outside to be part of the inside and vice versa. For example, you'll be able to see in the kitchen and in the bedroom the materials that were actually flooring material that Lex thought would be good if he could just find the right concept and the way it would look. Then he would then have it become part of the wall and not the floor. We had our concept, and Lex was able to execute it in terms of materials and just how the windows work. The windows are quite large, and we, instead of having all glass in this room, he designed it in a way that you could look out various angles, if I can put it that way. And so we could see the lake, Burlington, Oakville, Mississauga, Toronto even. We'd actually had started with a kitchen design firm in Toronto, and they just didn't seem to understand that a kitchen didn't have to be 4 walls, a door, and a bunch of cupboards. They didn't get it. Lex did. She didn't like the idea of having cupboards in the kitchen that were above the countertop. She wanted to have a lot of the stonework in the kitchen, and she didn't want to have cupboards that really took the place of the walls, really. That was something that Lex quite accepted and executed it. The first things that we did outside, Kathy loved her herbery, and then we started thinking about, well, we should maybe have a vegetable garden and replace the existing vineyard with a variety of grapes that we didn't have before. And Lex regarded it as an ongoing project as well as we did. And so we got to work with them really over a period of 4 or 5 years until it is what it is today. And if I wanted to do any changes to it, it would definitely be working with Lex. He made it easy for us because he wasn't of a mind to simply say, this is what you should do. It was more, this is what I was thinking about. It seems to match what you and Kathy have talked about. What do you think of that? So it was a mutual project, very much a collaboration, to build the house and to improve it and to make some changes to it. And so it was a pleasure as opposed to a task.